In your watch collecting life, you will rarely come across watches that have a century-long history and a story. Originally designed in 1931 and resulting from a broken wristwatch during the polo game, the Reverso was born to offer a reversible face of steel so your watch face can't get smashed during the game. Over the century-long heritage, Jaeger LeCoultre improvised and improved the Reverso from just a single phase and two-hand complication to two-phase styles and a complicated movement to offer a moon phase and a date. The dual dials don't only mean two phases and experiences when you reverse the case, rather a second time zone which is powered by the same manual wind movement. In life, you will rarely come across watches that not only offer you elegance and refinement, but then also two distinctive and contemporary profiles. Although the Reverso was designed and made to be sports watch, and especially for the game of polo, but that is arguably valid for the models that come with the steel casebacks. The idea was that when you reverse the dial during the game, the steel caseback will take all the hitting from the game, and the crystal will be protected. In the twin dial variants, although the watch has gone bigger in size, the styling and design has maintained and rather enhanced the glorious yet faithful Reverso looks, to the point that this looks more like a dress watch thanks to the case thickness of under 11mm. The twin dials, although take away the sporty attributes, but add up a second time zone for those who are into travels and moving between multiple time zones. On the main dial, the watch offers a tribute calendar with eggshell finish, a frosted texture, and the silver color to provide a contrast with the moon phase. On top of the dial, there are Dauphine hands in beautiful glossy blue color, and the contrast the hands and the hour markers give make the watch very legible and beautiful. Another character of the main dial that is beautifully maintained is how fluidly the symmetry is maintained. This is achieved by avoiding the date window in the dial. Rather, there's a date circle at 6 o'clock and the date is displayed with a crescent tip pointing to date and colored in red. Inside the date, there's a moon phase indicator, and the disc for the moon phase is flawlessly crafted with stars and the moon painted in the gold. The stretch to definition is that the starry sky is executed with all different shapes and sizes of the stars. Rotating the case backside up opens up a whole new experience and personality of the watch, to the point that you can pretty much consider this as a whole new watch and not just the dial. JLC have gone further to redesign the second dial and offer a completely new look and not just a different color of the dial. The backside dial offers a refreshing night blue dial. And even the dial texture here is not only different, rather here we have on display the iconic Close de Paris finish on the dial. That is complemented by highly polished Dauphine hands that are colored in silver. The same goes with hour markers that showcase exceptional manufacturing on par with JLC standards. Just like the main dial, in this second phase, the Dauphine hands and chamfered hour markers in silver give beautiful contrast on top of blue dial to make the time readability not only easy but joyous. At 6 o'clock, you see another distinctive experience where there is a small sub-dial to indicate day and night with the sun and the moon. Between the two dials beat the heart of Jaeger LeCoultre caliber 853A, which is a hand-wound movement beating at 21,600 vibrations per hour. The caliber consists of 223 parts to offer 42 hours of power reserve. The back-to-back dials mean that you can't see the movement, although the movement itself is indeed beautiful and comes even with stunning Côte de Geneva stripes. As these watches are all handcrafted and although made of steel, They are manufactured with utmost perfection and come with exceptional polishing and machining on the case and the watch components. You'll need to exercise caution while reversing it. Not that there are any design flaws here, but a more complex watch shapes and mechanisms would generally mean a greater degree of caution while actuating them. To reverse the watch from main dial, all you need to do is to push the case slightly to the right while keeping the case straight. And then when the case is freed from the lock, without pushing it all the way through to the end, rotate it anti-clockwise to show the second dial. Align the case straight horizontally and push the case back in to enjoy the second dial. And then to revert to the original dial, this time you'll have to go the other way around. That is, push the case to left, rotate to show the main dial, and then push the silver dial back, but this time towards the left. You'd think, how can you adjust the time of two different dials using just one crown? So pulling the crown out will allow you to adjust the time of the main dial, and the minute hand is also controlled for both dials using the same crown. But to adjust the hour hand or day or night indicator on the second dial, you have to push the button on top of the case, accessible while rotating the case. Each press of this button will push the hour hand on second dial 1 hour forward. On the wrist, the Reverso wears absolutely beautiful. The case size on this Tribute Reverso is 49.7mm in length and 29.9mm in width, and this is by no means on a smaller side of the case. The lug-to-lug height of the watch is actually ever so slightly more than Rolex Submariner maxi cases, and resultantly the watch fills the wrist beautifully. With narrower case width, the watch is easily usable for both casual and formal attire. On my 6.5 inches wrist, which has the top wrist span of 54mm, the watch contours perfectly and there's no overhanging at side. The case is larger than traditional Reverso cases, but the looks and feel are the same. And if you always had the desire for Reverso, but were always put off by its smaller and understated size, here's your chance. The best part is that you don't even need to remove the watch to reverse the dial, and the magic can begin with the watch still on the wrist. What else would you expect from a watch when it offers you not just a new experience, but also the ability to enjoy it just whenever? There are brands that are older than centuries, but with Reverso, we are talking about the watch model itself that has about a century-long history. A watch built against a purpose to prevent the polo players from smashing their watches, and then the mastery of JLC to continue to improve the Reverso to the point where you practically have two watches in one case. How interesting it is to pay one price, get one receipt and one watch box, and also one watch case, but in all practicality, two watches, or at the very least, two experiences. The depth and the detail in each dial then is so intense that it's not one dial for day and one dial for night. It's more like one dial for one experience and second dial for other. Or let's say one dial for home and one dial for travel.